Hey guys, it's Emma here. Happy Easter weekend for anyone who celebrates it. I'm just coming at you with a really quick movie review today. I was just at the cinema, just got back, and I saw Zootropolis. Now, I think in the US it's maybe called Zootopia, but over in the UK here it's billed as Zootropolis. So avoid the confusion. I got confused myself. I was like, am I going to see the right movie? But anyway, I just had to do a really quick review. It Don't blame me for any badness because I haven't written anything down. I just loved it so much I had to say something. I don't do many, so you'll be able to tell, trust me. But yeah, I just had to say something. Now, as I said, it's Zootropolis here, and I think it's Zootopia in the US, maybe some other places. But it's a Disney movie, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm a massive Disney fan. But I don't know if I'm just speaking on behalf of myself here when I say that they don't make them like they used to, usually. I've been quite disappointed, but the ones I grew up with as a kid, I just thought they were like great movies, and I've been a Disney fan ever since. But movies that Disney have done, in the past few years, I haven't really been a big fan of them. That might be because I'm not a kid anymore, but I don't know. Pixar have done some really good ones. It was Disney were the best, and then Pixar did some really good ones, and now I'm saying with this one, Disney is back on top form again. I would give this movie 5 stars. So just to go into the plot, now what I'm going to say is that this is hopefully going to be a no spoilers review, but if you're anything like me, I don't watch any reviews anymore, even if there are no spoilers, because I just go into a movie blind. I don't want to know anything about it. I mean, these days the trailers basically give everything away. The first trailer, you know what you're getting. There's no point in seeing the movie, so I don't watch anything about movies at all until I've seen them, if I'm planning to see them. So maybe even go and see the movie and then watch this. Whatever, it's up to you. But I will give you the brief plot from online. It says, in a city of anthropomorphic animals, a rookie bunny cop and a cynical con artist fox must work together to uncover a conspiracy. So, in slightly more depth, it starts with the story of the bunny rabbit, who is Judy Hopps, and she wants to be a police officer. She wants to grow up and be a police officer. So in this movie, this Disney movie, all the animals, it's all about animals. It's animated, thankfully, because seriously, all these live action reboots do my head in. Just go back to animated for a bit, please. So it's about this animated little cute bunny rabbit, adorable by the way, and they all wear clothes in this universe. They all have jobs. They go to school, all that kind of stuff. So she wants to grow up to be a police officer, and there are no police officers that are bunny rabbits. It's like they're like, you can never do it. It's not going to happen. So that's her dream when she grows up. She wants to be a police officer. So, as you see in the adverts, if you've seen any adverts, she is a police officer when she grows up, and she moves to Zootropolis, which is the main city. It's the main city where she's expecting to get like a big jobs with big, busting big crimes and things like that, and she's really excited. Her parents are freaking out. It's hilarious. They're so like worried about her, but she's really excited. So off she goes to Zootropolis to, make a difference in the world. She wants to do good. That's all great. It doesn't quite go according to plan at the start. She's kind of, they're not really interested. They don't think much of her. She's just a bunny, so they're not really gonna give her the time of day. So she ends up doing a meter maid kind of job. But she meets this kind of wily fox, and he is called, now let me just check, yeah, he's Nick Wilde, and he is voiced by Jason Bateman, who I just love in like all his movies, and the bunny is Jennifer Goodwin. Now you can definitely tell, I'm not always great with voices in animated movies, but you can like see Jason Bateman when you hear the voice. And he's perfect. I just think he's great voice casting for this fox. Jennifer Goodwin, I love her in like Once Upon a Time and things like that, and she's great voice casting for like the upbeat rabbit, Judy Hopps, who wants to change the world and do good, and he is great as the sly fox that's kind of wheeling and dealing. And basically what happens is there's this big case that the chief, well, all of them need to solve, missing animals, and she worms her way into the case. They don't want her involved, but she worms her way into the case, and she manages to recruit this Fox, Nick Wilde, to kind of help her. And it just kind of, the movie is just about her and him trying to crack this case. Now, as I said, it's an animated movie. It's for kids. It's a PG though. I'm not sure how many, and maybe they're all going kind of PG rating now. But you know, there is some violence. There are some scary moments. I did jump at least once. I'm gonna be honest with you. But it's one of these kids movies. When I say kids movies, that I really like, because for every childish joke that's for the kids, I think there's at least one, maybe two or even three more jokes for the adults that the kids will be laughing along at, but it's for the adults, and they're really good. They're really good jokes. I haven't seen an animated movie so geared towards the adults as well as the kids for a long time. So I love that about it. It's hilarious. I was laughing the whole way through. At the kids' jokes, but at all the adult jokes as well. There's actually a reference to Breaking Bad in there at one point, which is hilarious. Like, I didn't watch the show, but even if you didn't watch the show, you get the reference. Obviously, I'm not going to say what it is, but really funny. But as I say, it's funny, it's scary in some points. It's not, I wouldn't say it's like too scary for kids. I think just they went for the PG rating just to be safe, because there is one or two scares, there are one or two scary bits, but it tackles some really not fun but like interesting issues as well. So like, these animals, you know, they're like people in this, so they wear clothes, they have jobs, they are all, you know, do their own thing. They walk on their hind legs. They drive cars. You know, it's like, you know, they're basically like people. And I think it helps to give them more of than a two-dimensional, like, you really get invested in the characters, because they even touch on like political correctness and like slight racism and things like that, whereas you kind of see the different animal groups as maybe like different races. So when Judy Hopps arrives on her first day at the kind of police station, and the cheetah behind the desk, who's like a really nice guy, or cheetah, he's like, "Oh, you're such a cute bunny," and she's like, "Well, actually, kind of," she's like totally awkward, feels like it's really an awkward situation. She's like, "Well, other bunnies can call bunnies cute, but if another animal group calls a bunny cute, it's kind of, ooh." And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to offend you." Like, it's so funny, like, it touches on those issues, and it just makes them more real, have more real world issues they deal with, and, you know, it just, I don't know, for me, it just makes it more believable that, like, you don't think these are animals in clothes, you think, like, these are just regular people, you know what I mean? It just kind of helps cement that in, that they're not just, oh my god, why are these animals walking around with their hind legs in clothes? It kind of, it makes sense, because they are dealing with these, like, real life issues and things like that. And I just thought that was a really good thing to do, to make it more real life. But as I say, there's laughs, there's scary bits, there's real world issues. You know, there's a bit of everything, I think, in this movie, and I just loved it so much, and I would recommend it to anyone. You know, if you like kids movies, if you're not into kids movies, if you had kids, if you don't have kids, like, I went to see this by myself, like, it doesn't matter. It was just such a good movie, and I think everyone around me loved it as well. But it was, as I say, it was one of those movies that it's not just the kids laughing, all the grown-ups behind me were cracking up as well. It was just hilarious, and as I say, loads of jokes that only the adults would have got and the kids don't understand at all. But yeah, I can't think of any more good things to say about this movie. Like, I just can't. And I mean, a lot of movies that I see, I feel like there is a point in them, you know, near the end, maybe in the last act, just before the last act, where it does start to drag. I find that in almost every movie I see. But in this movie, if it did drag, it was for like a minute, and then there was something funny again, or like a twist, or something interesting happened, or, you know, it really didn't drag that much, and I was really impressed with that. I mean, obviously it's a short movie because it's a kids movie, but even the ones I've seen, I'm sorry, but they have dragged a bit. So yeah, it's just a great movie for everyone. It hits on points for everyone, I think, and I would recommend it to anyone. So go and see it right now. Go on, stop this video, go. So that is it for my movie review, guys. I hope I changed your mind if you weren't going to see it, because I wasn't sure about seeing it, and I'm so glad I did. It was totally worth the ticket price, which is really expensive in the UK now, but it was definitely worth the ticket price. I'm so glad I went, and totally, you should definitely go. So that is it. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Leave all the comments down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!